Naruto 9 tails and a deeper meaning behind that, because obviously it's symbolic and it all gets transferred into our subconscious, and we awakens certain ideas about life and the world in general within our own mind. Better be something awesome, so always be aware what you watch. Now with Naruto, it's a little geek, a little weep talk. Albeit, not really being a weep, I come from a very athletic background, and I just want to say this because all kind of motherfuckers think, oh, you're a weep and all kind of shit when you talk about stuff like that. But its stuff has deeper meaning behind it. So I just said it only because, so I'm not a lazy ass dude with no aspirations in life or some shit. And I don't think most here again, I don't think most people are, even if you call yourself a weep. Now, just for the beginning, I will talk about it by the way. Most of the time you are looking for something, for hope, for some aspiration, for some inspiration for you to move on and tackle your own hero's journey in life. So that's that. And it's something great and positive if people, humankind, created such beautiful ways of art for you to inspire that within your soul, as I see it. Now, always also depends what you watch. Not many of these shows are actually good. Yeah, no, I said most anime ain't it, because a lot of it, what you gotta realize, is also pushed through, especially back in the day, through the industry. Now we're getting more and more. Now the whole world, as we all know now, shifted. The whole economy shifted. How the whole way of being, what industries means of in that regards, changed. It changed, and even more. It changed with me also. It changed with everyone doing their part for creating a better world, right? So nonetheless, so you look for something. Actually, you look for something within yourself. You just need the outside mirror, even if you don't know it yet. Now Naruto comes good into play because it's quite popular for a reason. Now, not all popular things are good per se. That's why I said most anime ain't good for your soul, because those things they are pushing, they're trying to push it through a certain filter, mind view filter. They want to push it most of the time, and even when the creator doesn't agree with that, for them to have the platform in the past, especially they did it in that regards. Now, especially with anime, because there's such a great love for that, and this always tries to bring deeper meanings through, and tries to touch your soul, at least the good ones. And it's a whole different story. That's why it's much more minded, and that's much better for especially also correlates to Japan and how people think in their culture, much more open-minded in the way of believing in something deeper and something spiritual, which that's what I mean with open mind. Not in a you can also um, like with everything, this could also be in some, sometimes you shouldn't be too open-minded, okay? Then you will come to gullible. In fact, what this whole world became, and then they came close-minded again, or pretended to be, because they only got their one main source, as we all know, of where they got their info from, at least a large part did or do, some still do, but we're waking now. Nonetheless, to Naruto straight away. Okay, so that trick to calm my ass down, like for real, as well. That's a little trick I saw. If this motherfucker happens to watch my channel at one point, he knows already. My motherfucker really need to understand me and really need to relate to you too. Otherwise my head will be in the clouds again, and motherfuckers will ask, what the fuck is he talking about? Now get straight to the point. Okay, come back to myself and what I want to share with you. Naruto, now 9 tails. Now let's talk about the deeper meaning behind it, as I see it. because as you no one talks about it. In fact, I had a whole channel about it. I unfortunately deleted 10k subs. By the way, I had to say it. It had millions of views with some videos. Nonetheless, I'm still sad. Nonetheless, now I end up here doing bringing through similar content, just even more expanded in more truthfulness and more truths I want to share with you. Obviously, also ties into my perspectives, but I tend to you know look behind things much deeper. So for Naruto 9 tells. The video starts now. Okay, so Naruto, obviously, there's a big arc of his hero's journey, which we all like. Just so you know. So if you haven't seen that, then I don't know what you need to look deeper within yourself what you're actually doing right now in this life, okay? But at least it got to you, this message, and inspired you at least subconsciously in some way. So with Ninetales, so it's the beast held within him. Now, not gonna lie, with Naruto I went back and forth, like I said, with some animes they push certain agendas. With some, then they in Japan they have their own ideas and ideologies of how this world and God works and spiritual beliefs. Now, obviously they go on a bit in some parts. No, some parts they have this in as religious belief, which can help you further along in life quite well, especially as we see with these beautiful things portrayed in animes. But then they also kind of do it with that occult and esoteric stuff. So that's where you obviously gotta be aware, because in general, not there speaking, some motherfuckers think that's then the only spiritual way of, and that's the esoteric stuff they're into. Now, but here I'm saying you this can be go into the talks again, because if you do this to justify a narcissism and narcissistic ways of thinking, then this might be perceived as spirituality in you or in your or their mind, whoever is into it. But for me, this ain't really it ain't really spirituality unless it brings you back to your spirit and your soul and learn to master yourself. So until then, it's just forms of creation which should bring you back to yourself anyways. Nonetheless, now obviously that's what everything here does. Now you can do it in a better and a greater way, where you expand your own self and find strength for belief in something greater and touch the heart of so many in the world around you, and share the beauty of that path. Or you can do it with less of that, like I said, like I described already, go with that path, but actually everything should bring you back to yourself at some point. Now, nonetheless, so that's just a talk what I think true spirituality is. It's important, because then, like I said, with the occult they use a lot of symbols within Naruto as well within that. Now this could be as well here, just for at the beginning, this could be neutral. It's actually exactly what I talk about on my other channel. Shout out if you know, if you real one, if you actually recognize me. Okay, but this would be too funny. Nonetheless, I talked about the exact same thing. This could be neutral, this could be pushing agenda, whatever this might be. This could be just using the symbols, because it's part of this could be mere symbolism. This could be mere symbolism, whatever they want to express through, bring through symbols, playing with symbols. It could be neutral. This could be like I said, whatever pushing their certain agendas and their view in the world, subtly or less likely. Although, if you have an eye for that, it's quite obvious. Now, I don't. For Naruto, it's quite weird for me, but let's get straight to the point. With other animes, it's more obvious to me. But like I said, you gotta have an eye for that. Um, it could also be used for just trying to show something, or even exposing certain stuff, or at least bringing that from the subconscious into the conscious. Like every art or creation, especially with such shows and series, and most often movies do as well. But like I said, all depends also with what agenda, how you filter it through, right? But that would be a whole nother video. But there are some kind of things with Naruto where, yeah, it's quite irritating what they tried to make up with that and express through it. Now, now let's get though. I don't want to talk shit about the show right here, because there's a lot of good stuff coming through, especially with the whole hero's journey arc. That gives you hope and strength, and whenever such things are expressed, obviously it's a good thing. Now, obviously, like I said. You can use everything and try to act or be all holy and trying to use that, and then what I always question, however, if you already use that image of such beautiful soul-giving stuff, why should you then add upon that, you know, things which opposed nonetheless, like if intended only shows where you go against yourself within yourself. But this is a whole nother video. Like, but often people see something beautiful like that, like now with spirituality, or there's something deeper behind it, you know, the soul, and then they try to you know, use it and make it up for whatever how they see it, and then it gets kind of weird. Now, nonetheless, let's get back straight let's get straight to the point. Nine Tails, what does he represent? Because there's deeper meaning behind it. Now, per se, now forget about everything now I said up until now. Now let's focus on that. Whether whatever they thought behind making the shows. Obviously, there are a lot of influences as well, until it gets released anyway. Nonetheless, Nine Tails. This is the representation of the obviously of the beast tailed within Naruto. Now, obviously, that has a deeper meaning. Now, obviously, here he's the embodiment of the hero's journey, because that's how this anime, especially this anime, you know, works or expresses itself. Now, how I see it, as he's the representation of the hero on his hero's journey, or of the hero's journey, especially exalted here. And he got obviously that's his burden, the tail beast within themselves. Now the tail beast is actually the tail beast, the beast which burned the whole world. How it got expressed. So that's quite interesting for me. That's quite interesting, because this all ties back to actually that each and every one of us on our own hero's journey got our own portion of whatever beast, like spiritually speaking, the world deals with. So that's the deeper meaning and wisdom, as I see it, behind that. Now, obviously, on your hero's journey, you face it within yourself, within each and every battle, so to speak, and you really need learn to master that and master your own self through that, and let this only strengthen you, and learn that it doesn't take away from you, because otherwise you still would be in the dark with it, aka as I see it, the beast is sleeping, or Kurama. I don't like beast because some people don't like it. Oh, beast kind of shit. Kurama, so he then ends up also in the end making be making friends with this beast. Now, how this is that it's much more spiritual than you think, because obviously I would say it's kind of weird, like if you relate it to this kind of world, but and if you think then, oh, it's all about kind of demons and stuff, which also would be a whole nother topic, because the more you realize on your own journey is that it's first and foremost for you to master yourself and the collective as well, how this ties into it. Because otherwise you still would give your power away to these outside forces that you make up in your mind. Now is and especially was a manipulation. Yes, because there was the bigger the well, the more there was room for energies catalyzing these energies and dark spots and whatever got between the world and its connection to divinity. So that's that. But now Kurama represents something much more different. So it's actually overcoming. Actually, it's through overcoming your own hardships, learning more about yourself, mastering yourself, finding higher purposes, reasoning, and principles within yourself, where you then tend, like on a hero's journey, uplift like your whole surroundings and world around you, because and within you, and so it ties back into Kurama that even this beast, which wasn't in alignment with Naruto's purposes and higher pathways. It actually exactly ties into onto his own journey, and once he realizes certain higher principles and things which let him rise up, even his worst enemy, which is sealed, so to speak, or is within him, inside him, he even makes this his friends and his best, yeah, his best weapon, so to speak. He makes his beast work for him, and gets him even out of the dark, and now realize that the whole reason this motherfucker wanted to go exactly against the whole world in the first place is because the whole world been at war with each other, and the collective therein fucked it up. Okay, and so the deeper thing is that he then realizes that there is no enemy, that there can be an enemy within you, otherwise you still would be in a blind spot within yourself and would give your power away, and the strength of growing on your own journey and your own self, and the journey of the soul, and getting yourself in check, aka liberating your soul, and really getting behind the deepest of agony within yourself. I really think about what I even more so want to say here. But that's basically it, because the more you do this on your journey, the more you really realize that this is always how you find your power and strength within yourself. So the deep stuff behind it is that even he can't battle him no longer. So that's how you should see it. Like, I'm not saying you should give your power away to uncontrolled forces or ideas and archetypes or energies or whoever outside of you, but that's exactly the point. Where the fuck are you doing that within yourself? Where are you at war within yourself, at friction within yourself, where you let yourself be played on some level, or where you really need to look at where you deal with that energy within yourself, and then on your own journey where you then grow through the soil with that. And then even these motherfuckers can't fathom the light you found within yourself anymore, because it's so resolved. Okay, uh, and actually touch even the heart of the inner child of um, in that anime of this dude, right? In the first place. Now, spiritually seen, it's more like energies you deal within your self. So this shouldn't be you should be to walk around gullible in this world or some shit. Actually, the opposite. Um, but that's how you resolve these things and find peace with your heart and actually make an impact on this world, like Naruto did. And that's why these animes have their big reason why they are, why people created this form of art and create through it. And I think that's something good because it's something uplifting and obviously then it's all about you shouldn't get lost then too much into fantasy. But motherfuckers who talk, all about what is real, focus on facts and reality, they then search for to find a way to escape, to then find a way to somehow come back to the soil, to the soul, and will get some relief. So you really got to figure out what reality really is, and these shows are really much deeper and realer than you think. They're very profound, like literally they are much realer. I'm telling you this. There's much more to it, anyways. But it would be too too crazy if I tell you about it. Because obviously it influences your mind, so it influences how you see the world. So if it sparks something in your soul, and then it sparks something which gives you strength, and then you want to create it within yourself, and then you want to create it within on your hero's journey, and so you want to create and inspire and bring something more positive to this world, even if it's only within yourself on your own path, which leads to that though. So that's the whole point of this movie. So the whole point, let's cap it again, within yourself. If you overcome, if you really face yourself, and you might even say your innermost demons, and you don't give into them, because that would be another trick. It's a part of the same manipulation, trying to grab your attention, because that's basically whatever type of these energies, or people, or whoever use these energies as a catalyst, that's also what they are at. Okay, so that's why when you become clear through that within yourself, you automatically resolve, create a ripple effect where you resolve that for the collective, and then these motherfuckers, these same kind of energies can resonate within you more. They will be transmuted in your energy field because you got the solution, because you've done the resolution within yourself, and that's how it works, and that's how your soul grows into a bigger light that you originally already are. So you become more of yourself, but it is something new, because creation is the magic we create, and very beautifully said. But it is, and that's why I think these shows have an important place, especially within the entertainment industry, because they're, like I said, there are a lot of motherfuckers that see that. It's beautiful, and it's nice because it's actually the inner child trying to get their attention, and trying to bring them back to the true light, which divinity is, and where we originally all came from, until you pretend otherwise, right? But then you always get aware in this world, what filter are they pushing through certain stuff, especially on a bigger scale. I already see this with certain animes, not gonna lie, or certain shows anyways, and the big platforms where you can watch all that. You always gotta beware now, especially now, because of us, it's getting all our work is getting all more spiritual. So that's where people then look for the direction. So that's more now the interface, right? Because more important people look for direction there instead of whatever forms in the past, and people found their stability. So, but it's a gallery what filter and who is pushing that through, because then you gotta learn why in the first place you thought this was something good, and then it's even about it. Then it's all about how you find it to come back to your true, or used it to come back to your true self, because then it still can be, they try to express that there, but they use that kind of filter. Maybe that's where they at and how they see it and made up their mind on their own journey, right? And just want to let you know that this is how it works, and but in the end you find yourself coming back more truthfulness, because that's where it leads to, and that's where we all see and remind each other. Especially if you keep these higher things in mind, and if you listen to people like me and other people who already know this, because we found it within ourselves. As you gotta find it within yourself. Obviously, that's up onto you how soon or not you do this, but that's the whole the whole point. So I hope this might help you. I've been quite interesting. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace, and yeah, bye. Really hope you got something away with this, from this. Hope you got something away from this. So yeah, bye.